Litchfield Zoning Board meeting. We'd like to call the meeting to order at 7:05. Can we raise and do the Pledge of Allegiance?
Sure. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, for liberty and justice for all.
Okay, I'll start. So since
Case number.
Well, you can do roll call first.
I have to do roll call
and then
first.
Case number, yeah.
So
Al Gilbo, full member.
Zach Schneider, alternate.
George Lavash, full member. And so in the absence of Laura and John, we need, and Steve, we need to appoint a full member. So we'll appoint Zach as a voting member for tonight. So what we have here is, so we did a call to order. I guess that was my opening remarks. We don't have any regional impact of any new cases. Do you think we have any regional impact of any new cases?
I don't think this new case has
No.
a regional impact.
Okay. All right. And so the first thing we have, and the only case we have tonight, is case number 09162024-1, a variance from Litchfield zoning article 310 to construct a structure within the 20-foot side building setback from the side property in a residential district. The name of the applicant is Nelson and April Totis. They are also the owner of the property. The location of the property is 12 Shirley Way, Litchfield, New Hampshire, map 16, lot 18. And do we have the applicants here? And would you like to sit at the table,
Yep.
state your name and your address?
April Totis, 12 Shirley Way.
Nelson Totis, 12 Shirley Way.
So I think formally, as we've noted here, we're only a 3-member board tonight. You do have the option for a continuance to next month with the hope of having a 5-member board if you would like. With a 3-member board, we all do have to vote in approval of the variance for it to be granted. So the choice is yours.
Move forward.
Okay. So you guys are welcome to present. I don't know if you have your 5 points with you. You want to go through them with us?
Sure. Well, I don't have them.
You don't have them?
with me. No,
George, can you get?
Hold on, I just lost my screen here.
We can pull them up on the screen for you guys as well.
Okay, so the variance is requested, section 310, and for the following reasons, they want to encroach 10 feet into the 20-foot setback. Okay, and for facts supporting the request, stating that the variance will not be in contrary to the,
Do you want them to go through it?
do you want me to read what you said? Or do you
Oh, we
guys-
should let them,
Yeah, let them
Okay.
present to us.
Okay,
they need to present and they need to read back to us and
okay.
then, that way we don't,
No, I know. How do I get them? Can you, I don't know if, maybe I can command plus. If I can get this any bigger.
if you make it bigger, I can see it. There you go.
Okay. Can you guys read that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So,
Just go through your the 5 points. So the first point was that you need to address is the variance will not be contrary to public interest.
and so, okay. So you wrote, or you have written, sorry, I'm waiting for this to get, this number 1 here. Sorry, jeez.
That's why we need the cases.
I apologize for this. I don't know why this is acting like this. Jeez. I think the screen is causing me an issue here. I can't seem to drive my own laptop. 1 second.
Here, you want to take the, I can.
You can try it.
Yeah.
I apologize for that.
Of course I can't zoom in. Okay.
So you need to now read the 5 different sections there. So number 1, where it says the variance, so you are presenting to us the reason why your variance is not contrary to the public opinion, et cetera.
Okay, so I just have to read what I sent in?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. The variance will not be contrary to public interest because it does not threaten the public health, safety, or welfare of the neighborhood, nor would it grant the variance after the essentials, the character of the neighborhood. As this is a request for a residential garage in a neighborhood which such structures are common.
Okay.
Okay.
And point 2 was, how would the spirit of the ordinance be upheld by granting the variance, I believe?
The spirit of the ordinance is observed because it would not be contrary to the public interest. Also, the spirit of the ordinance as it relates to the residential zoning district in the Litchfield, New Hampshire zoning district is observed because the request variance is reasonable and balanced residential use.
The third point is, how would substantial justice be done? I'm trying to remember what the full third one is.
Substantial justice will be done by granting this variance because this request is consistent with the area's present use, i.e. residential, in addition to the loss to the individual by not granting this variance is not outweighed by the gain to the general public. Strict adherence to the 20-foot setback in this instant would be a loss to the landowner who is trying to build an adequate structure space for the family's belongings, and there is no gain to the general public by adhering to the 20-foot setback in this case.
Number 4, I don't believe I know what the number 4 is.
Yep, you got it.
Wording.
The variance will not, no.
I don't know the wording. It's not, I don't know what the question is for it. But if you just read us for number 4.
Yeah,
Okay. The variance will not decrease the value of the surrounding properties as it does not negatively affect the character of the neighborhood. Building this garage will in fact increase the value of the surrounding properties as it will be an aesthetically pleasing and valuable residential improvement that will not be injurious. I don't even know these words, so sorry. It won't be offensive to the neighborhood, basically.
And the number 5 is talking about how a hardship would occur for literal enforcement of the provision.
Okay, literal enforcement of the provisions of the ordinance would result in an unnecessary hardship due to the special conditions of the property that distinguish it from its properties in the area because due to the location of the home at 12 Shirley Way, it isn't possible to build a proper garage with it quite common in the neighborhood without encroaching on the 20-foot side setback requirements. No fair and substantial relationship thus exists between the general public poses of the ordinance provision and the specific application of the provision to the property. In fact, many of the sorry.
No, it's fine. Sorry, make it a little bigger for you.
Yeah, thank you. I lost my space, sorry.
In fact, many.
Oh yeah, in fact, many of the purposes set forth in the Litchfield zoning ordinances, including to provide a variance of housing opportunity and to encourage the development of balanced, harmonious land use of varying intensities. Or insight, sorry, the line's cut off.
Yeah.
Just keeps going on and on. I was not prepared to be reading this.
That's okay. Keep going, you're doing fine.
Yep.
So from Town of Litchfield zoning ordinance, the following districts are established for the purpose of promoting the health, safety, and welfare of the population, to implement the goals of the Litchfield's master plan, to minimize the impact on the nature environment, to provide a variety of housing opportunities, to protect the value of the residential properties, to broaden the town tax base, to provide increased employment opportunities, to minimize the impact of traffic flow, to encourage the development of balanced and harmonious land use of varying intensities. I can't spit it out. And to protect the characters of the town. I don't know if that's the next one. Is that the next one? Or
It's
are we
all
on-
still 5.
It just
so-
keeps
Yeah,
going.
just finish
Okay,
this up.
sorry.
No, you're doing fine. No worries.
So, Litchfield zoning district, residential district. In the residential district, no land, building, structure, or equipment may be used for any purpose which would be injurious, oh my God, he's using words I don't know, or offended, or offensive by way of odor, fume, smoke, dust, vibration, noise, or other objectable features or hazards to the community on account of fire, exposed or other causes. Sorry, that was rough.
Yeah, that's fine.
And here I have the proposed garage here. Were you able to find it before? Oh, or- So you guys just want to just go over the proposal a little bit for us?
Sure, the idea of what we're talking about? The idea is to have a small entryway in between the garage.
Okay.
So we have entry point to our kitchen instead of going through the garage to get to the house. So that's basic standard 2-bay garage, just framed, no, storage up top, no apartments, no nothing, just basic shell of a garage, 2-bay garage, and then the 10 by 12 breezeway in the middle for an entry point.
All right, I got some questions already, so.
Go ahead.
So you have 11 foot into the setback, I'm sorry, you have 9 feet into the setback on the back of the building and 16 in the front? Know what it is?
I believe so. I know it doesn't go, it's not the full 10 feet. It's only would be part of like the corner of the garage that would,
Cause it doesn't go straight
Yeah.
back, our property doesn't go straight
Yes.
back, it starts angling a little bit.
Is this the front? This is the front, right here.
No, that's the
No,
back of
that's
the
the
house.
back.
So
That's the
go
back of the
scroll,
house.
Can you scroll, yeah, so
Oh,
that is.
there's the
that-
front, yeah, okay.
that 50-foot line there is from the
Okay,
road.
That's right, yep.
so like when they built the house, if they only moved it center, because we owned so much more land on that side, but everything is built on this side, it's a bummer.
Yeah, I feel like the property is set in the middle, so no matter how
No.
if we tried to move anything, it's still gonna go over a setback to get the garage. And it is less on one point of the garage and a little bit more on the other part of the garage because where it hits that angle, it starts angling in. wanna say it's 6 feet in and 11 on the back. I don't think it's 16.
6 feet, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why
Yeah.
it didn't make sense to me for a second. I was
So
like,
it's
wait,
6 feet into the setback on
at the beginning.
the front and 11 feet in the back.
Right, right, right.
I had let me find the denial letter from, so I think he had the dimensions here,
Yeah,
right?
we should read the, denial letter.
Is that from the builder?
Did you
Do you want me
find
to
it?
read it out? Or,
I think we're fine.
So it says that there will be an encroachment of 10 feet, which must be the back corner, is what
Yeah.
he's saying, is the 10-foot encroachment.
Yeah. Can you go back to the drawing?
sure.
Where is the road front? It's not a corner lot, right?
No,
No,
It's not a
sir.
corner lot.
it's I believe the black line that's in front of the two buildings.
50 feet, yeah, this 50-foot setback, yeah. And
So all the lots there are like trapezoids, they're not square, they all
Yeah.
angle. And
Yeah.
because of the angle there, it cuts off their ability to,
But if he would have, the builder, only if he just shifted, because he had so
Shifted
much
a little bit.
more, but obviously that's
yeah, but they were
hindsight.
able to put that one more lot in.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Exactly.
and so, all of the abutters have to be notified of this, right? So all the abutters did get, notification.
So we can, if you guys are ready, we could close public input. No, we can't close public input, but we can ask for, butters or letters. Are there any
Did
letters
send
from
out
abutters?
Yeah,
letters.
we did send out letters.
They all did
and-
certified mail.
And we did communicate. with
Did
them.
you have, do you have any butters letters or anything?
I don't think we have
No
any,
comments from,
nothing, no comments in the,
Not attached to the
Not attached to
portal
the,
itself,
to the
no,
portal.
this was everything.
Yeah, my neighbors basically asked do we have to go if we all agree? And I said, no, only if you, have an objection.
would you like to close public input?
um,
We could vote on it.
Probably ask, is there anybody here to speak in approval of?
Or in favor or
Variance.
against?
okay, so, I guess we will close public input on this matter at 7:20.
23.
I'll second that.
Okay. So I guess now
Need discussion?
Discussion.
discussion. So the question is the uniqueness aspect of the lot,
Yep.
what makes it unique such that we, grant the variance. Not a ton that is actually unique, the trapezoidal shape, do you know what I mean? Is the one thing.
The setbacks on it are kind of on an angle no matter what. I think whatever you built, even if you were to move the garage forward,
You still
you would still be in the setback.
do that angle.
Well, and they have to be 50 feet back, so they cannot, they
Yep.
can move it forward a little bit.
Not too much. And then I don't think the breezeway is, I don't think that's really an issue. I don't know. 6 feet overall.
And,
Even if you took the breezeway out, the breezeway is 10 by 12.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna be, you'd be right on the setback. You'd still be in the setback, probably.
or right on it, right?
Maybe right
Just
at
gotta
it.
remember one thing, guys, just so you know, when you do your setbacks, It's not by your foundation, it's by the eave and the overhang.
Okay.
I'm ready to,
Do we need to go through the 5 points ourselves and see if we all agree on them?
Yep.
Okay.
so if you wanna go back to them and read them and then, we'll go through each one as, vote on each one, or do you wanna vote on all of them as,
I think we technically have to go through all 5.
you do?
Talk about them.
You can, we could choose to go all, after them all at once, or,
Okay.
but if you wanna go through each one, that's fine with me.
It doesn't matter to me either,
Yeah, why
so.
don't we go through all of them at once?
Okay. Do you want to go through them?
I'll let you, if you wanna read off,
Okay.
and then we can just vote on each one,
Okay.
okay?
The variance will not be contrary to public interest. Topic number 1, do you want me to read the whole thing? Or you want me to have it?
Yeah, why don't we go through theirs and then we'll agree or disagree.
So, the variance will not be contrary to public interest because it does not threaten public health, safety, or welfare of the neighborhood, nor would it alter the essential character of the neighborhood. So we agree.
I think it's going, there are existing houses that look just like this with attached garages, so I don't think it alters.
It's the harmony of the neighborhood.
Yep. It does not change the character of the neighborhood at all.
I agree.
Agree.
Spirit of the ordinance is observed because it would not be contrary to the public interest. Also, the spirit of the ordinance as it relates to the residential zoning district in Litchfield, New Hampshire is observed because the requested variance is a reasonable and balanced residential use.
And I think this is observed. There's no abutters who would be the most impacted of the public speaking against it, so I don't think it's contrary to public interest.
I agree. I think having a garage in a residential neighborhood
Yeah.
is a reasonable use and observe the ordinance, even though it's going over the variance.
Agree.
So that passes. Substantial justice will be done by granting the variance because this request is consistent with the area's present use, residential. In addition, the loss of the individual by not granting the variance is not outweighed by gain to the general public. Adhering to the 20-foot setback in this instance would be a loss to the landowner who's trying to build adequate storage. So in this case, I think I also agree the adding of the garage would be beneficial to the owners, but it'd also be beneficial to the neighborhood to continue having houses with garages. I think that is justice to the public as well.
Yep.
Agree.
This variance will not decrease the value of surrounding properties as it does not negatively affect the character of the neighborhood. Building this garage will in fact increase the value of the surrounding properties as will be an aesthetically pleasing and valuable residential improvement that would not be injurious, noxious, or offensive to the neighborhood. Again, I agree. I think adding in a garage would be beneficial to the neighborhood and the town as a whole.
Yeah, I agree. And I don't think it impedes on the neighbor.
And this one, I believe this becomes 5A, I do believe, so this is 5A and 5B, but literal enforcement of the provision would result in unnecessary hardship due to special conditions of the property that distinguish it from other properties in the area. I won't go through this whole entire section. I do think enforcing the setback for the garage would be a hardship for the family. You know, having the ability to build the garage to add to the house for storage purposes is, you know, beneficial and would be a hardship without it.
Agreed.
Yep, I agree as well,
Okay,
So
so,
we agree on
Yep.
all the points.
on all the points.
It passes 3-0.
do you want,
3-0-0.
do you want to do the official, read off the, like a true motion?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Case number 9.
Yeah, so, okay. In the case of 09162024-1, variance from LZO Article 310 to construct a structure within a 20-foot side setback. in a residential district for the applicants Nelson and April Totus at 12 Shirley Way, Litchfield, New Hampshire, map 16, lot 18. We do agree that all 5 points have been met, and we'll approve this variance. All in approval?
Aye.
Aye.
All against?
So it passes 300.
Pass 300.
Okay, so,
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
okay, so the next order of business,
You guys are all set.
guys, you're done?
Okay,
Okay.
You're all
thank
set?
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So,
It would be meeting minutes.
and since not everyone is here to vote on them, so we
Yeah, we'll
push that off,
push meeting minutes to the next meeting.
right?
Do we need to vote on that or no? That's just,
I don't think so.
okay.
And I don't think we have do we have any other items of business?
We can close.
Not that I'm aware of. So,
Do you want to close?
motion to close, adjourn the meeting at 7:31.
I second that motion.
Okay.
Okay, so, the meeting is adjourned.